Alright, listen up. It's time for some tough love. If you've been feeling stuck, like nothing ever changes, like you can't catch a break, maybe it's time to ask yourself a hard question. Are you getting in your own way? Are you sabotaging yourself without even realizing it? Because let me tell you, self-sabotage is one of the biggest obstacles standing between you and everything you want. You know what I'm talking about. It's those times you hold back, make excuses, or convince yourself you're not ready. It's when you have a dream, a goal, or even just an idea, and instead of going for it, you start listing all the reasons why it won't work out. I don't have enough time. What if I fail? Or my favorite, I'll start when things settle down. Let me tell you something. If you wait for perfect conditions, you'll be waiting forever. There's no perfect time to start working on your dreams. The perfect time is now. Fear of failure and fear of success. Now, why do we do this? A lot of it boils down to fear. You might think you're afraid of failing, but let's get real for a second. You're also afraid of succeeding. Yeah, you heard me. Fear of failure is obvious, but fear of success, that's what gets most of us. Because success means change, responsibility, stepping into the unknown. And that's scary, right? Sometimes it's easier to stay stuck in your comfort zone than to push yourself into something new. But let me tell you, growth and comfort don't coexist. You can either be comfortable or you can grow. You can't have both. So, how do we beat this? First, let's talk about mindset. You've got to start seeing self-sabotage for what it is, a trap. Your mind might tell you, I'm protecting myself from disappointment, but in reality, you're robbing yourself of opportunity. You're keeping yourself from even trying. You're not protecting yourself, you're imprisoning yourself. So ask yourself, how many chances, how many good things have you missed out on just because you were afraid? And is that really how you want to live? Own your choices, own your actions. The next thing, accountability. You have to own your choices, own your actions, and yes, own your excuses. It's easy to blame circumstances or other people, to say I didn't have enough support or the timing wasn't right. But those are just stories we tell ourselves to justify staying where we are. Excuses are just comfort zones disguised as reasons. So instead of listing why it's hard, start listing what you're willing to do to make it happen. Real talk, you are where you are because of the choices you've made. That's the hard truth. And if you're constantly letting fear or doubt control you, if you're always holding back, then you're choosing to stay stuck. Success isn't for the lucky or the talented, it's for the persistent. So let go of that victim mentality. You have the power to change things if you're willing to put in the work. Break the cycle. Now, let's talk about breaking this cycle of self-sabotage. It starts with awareness. Catch yourself in the act. When you hear that voice in your head saying, you're not good enough, or what's the point? Stop. Call it out. Not today. Don't let that voice win. That voice is not you, it's your fear. And the more you ignore it, the quieter it gets. Soon enough, that voice doesn't control you, you control it. Then it's about taking action, even small steps. The biggest enemy of success is waiting for the big, perfect move. You don't need to have everything figured out right now. Start small. Make a plan. Take one step, then another. Each little action builds momentum. Each small win builds confidence. And confidence, my friends, is the antidote to self-sabotage. Surround yourself with the right people. Let's be honest. Part of self-sabotage is who you surround yourself with. If you're around people who don't believe in you, who are negative, who encourage you to stay small, you're more likely to sabotage yourself. You become who you surround yourself with. If you want to break free from self-sabotage, find people who lift you up, who push you, who see potential in you, even when you don't see it yourself. Cut the negativity out, even if it's hard. Set clear goals and visualize your success. Another powerful tool? Set clear goals. When you know what you want, when you can see it clearly, you're less likely to trip yourself up. Visualize yourself succeeding. Picture the feeling, the pride, the joy that comes with reaching your goals. When you focus on that, it becomes easier to resist the self-doubt and the procrastination. Because now you're not just fighting fear, you're fighting for something worth the struggle. Embrace the process, not just the outcome. Finally, remember this: success isn't a single moment, it's a journey. You're not going to fix self-sabotage overnight. It's a process. You're going to have moments where that old fear creeps back in, where you feel tempted to give up. But every time you catch yourself and keep going, every time you fight through that doubt, you get stronger. You build resilience, and resilience, that unbreakable mindset, that's what will take you where you want to go. Final call, step out of your own way. So my final message to you, get out of your own way. Enough with the doubts, the excuses, the fear. It's time to rise above that. Stop being your biggest enemy and start being your biggest supporter. The world needs people who are willing to go all in on themselves, who are brave enough to face their own fears and fight through their own doubts. Be one of those people. No more self-sabotage. You've got dreams, you've got goals, you've got potential. So stop holding yourself back and go make it happen. Remember, the only thing between you and the life you want is you. Don't let yourself be the reason you never reach it.